Mm-hmm.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Fine. You don't believe me? Fine. Hi, everyone. My name is Georgette True, and I am the host of Real Talk with Miss G, and I also work with Attorney Davis. And I have my lovely co host, Miss Stacy.
Hi, Miss G. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Miss Stacy. I should call you Miss Stacy. Hi, Miss Stacy. I can't call you Miss S. That sounds kind of weird.
It's a
Miss
tongue
S.
twister.
Miss S?
A little bit.
Okay, so today I would like to talk about a case in Idaho. I can't mention the name, can't mention the county, but this is a very important message to relate to you guys out there who actually in out of state and dealing with CPS cases. This case is pertaining to a foster parent. Weird, right? Foster parent is suing the department for removing the children from her care, the infants from her care, and placing them with family members. The family member became a foster licensed parent to get the children placed with them to adopt the children, right? Now, the foster family is suing them, the department, because they said that the department told them that the family that the kids have no family. They don't believe that kids are placed with family members. They also don't believe that the kids have any connection with family members because social workers told them they have no family connection whatsoever. Okay, so they said somebody's lying and it's not um, somebody's lying and it's not them. It has to be the social workers. So apparently they have a ring camera or some kind of device camera. It doesn't have to necessarily be ring. I'm assuming ring because I have ring. That shows the social workers telling the foster family that the kids are with no family members whatsoever. Nobody wants them. The mother's on crack cocaine and the father is in prison. They found out that the father is not in prison, the mother's not on crack cocaine, that they do have a mom and a dad who are outstanding members of society. In fact, the mother is a registered nurse, right? And she's been doing this for she told me 25 years when she located the mother. And the way she located the mother is she hired an investigative person to find their, well, their whereabouts. Now, she learned everything from the actual parents of the children, and she is suing CPS for wrongful removal and for wrongful. Uh, I forgot. She said something about, I guess, for lying to them, lying to the foster family, right? Because they put their hopes up to get adoption, all this, and they can't have children of their own, and they told them the only way to adopt is to become an adoptive foster parents, and that's the cheapest way possible. I asked her where she got that information. She said she got it from the adoption agency. So the adoption agency told her it's a lot of money involved, but if you want to adopt, the fastest way to adopt is to become a foster parent. Without so much money involved. And her and her husband became a foster parent to adopt, and that's how it started. So she couldn't believe that things like this exist in CPS world because she said they're supposed to protect the children, but she doesn't understand why they would deceive so many families like this, and they painted the parents to be horrible parents. So she
Can
was.
I can I say something, Miss G?
Please do, and I'm gonna go get my coffee while you do that. Okay.
Well, first of all, I'm just going to say that anything that sounds too good to be true usually is not. And so when somebody's telling you that the fastest way to become an adoptive parent is to go through the foster system, and it's the least expensive way to secure children for your family, the moral of this story, what Miss G is saying, is something that sounds too good to be true isn't. All this money that covers and the financial incentives for children to be kidnapped from families comes from Title IV federal funding, Title IV, I think, B. So there's money in it. Money is coming from our federal government, but it's advertised to us as, you know, protecting children and getting them families, but in reality it's enticing the system to kidnap children from good parents such as nurses who can't have a known crack cocaine problem because they wouldn't have their license or their job. So these children were kidnapped, and the reason they were kidnapped is because of the fiduciary incentive that Title IV federal funding puts into place and incentivizes the states to do this and take children from families. And lucky for us, those of us who understand what I'm saying and care, Paris Hilton just did public testimony about her experience as a child in the child welfare system. And she testified publicly that at the age of 16, she was ripped from her bed while asleep and taken to a, a center for children that advertised that they would be reformative for teens. And in reality, they lied to Paris's family, and she didn't get to see the light of sun for 2 years. She was kept in a room. She was brutally beaten, sexually assaulted by staff, and so she's become quite an activist in what Miss G and I are saying. And in her public testimony, she said the same thing. It's the Title IV federal funding that entices the system to kidnap children from otherwise good families and put them into foster care. And it cost $800 to $1,000 a day to have them in care, quote unquote care, when it would cost less money to keep them and maintain them within their families.
Correct. And but they told her, like I said earlier, they told her, told the foster family that that the kids have no family, so they love the kids, for 11 months, and cared for them, bought them root. Like they have a lot of stuff. She showed me pictures and pictures of clothing and toys, and they were so excited. But then when they met the father and the mother, she told me on the phone, that's when she started crying. She said a part of her was missing. Like she was, she couldn't believe how wonderful the parents were. And I'm not joking, guys. She literally said the parents were amazing. They were wonderful, outstanding members of society. Like I said, the mother is a registered nurse. The father is a contractor with the city. And the only reason that that they took the kids from her is because in the hospital she had a fight with the nurse. The biological mom had a disagreement with the nurse, and the nurse reported that she's unfit to be a mother because she's aggressive, she's fighting. She reported also that the father and her were physically fighting in the room, and the mother and the father said, show me the tape. They have, like, cameras and stuff. Show me the cameras. They were upset. The worst, the more angry they were, they called the police. The police came, arrested the father. He nearly lost his job. And the mother right now is questionable in in her career, because now, there's an arrest, there's, CPS involved, kids and all this. She's going through a lot. She told me that the mother's going through a lot. So the foster family is willing to help the parents, which they're really good people. I mean, the more I spoke to her, she's really good people. She loves those kids. She said, I want to be part of their lives no matter what, whether it's to adopt them or to be a part of the family, the father and the mother. She's actually going to hire them an attorney. She wants to hire our office to represent the father, to represent the mother, right? And I just never, since I've been with Davis, I've never really met foster family that's really will go beyond helping the actual biological parents. She said, have I not got an investigator to investigate this, I would never, she said, I would never have known that these people are good people. And that's why she wants to get them an attorney. And I don't know what Stacy was saying when I was getting my coffee, but whatever she was saying is correct. Whatever it was correct. I mean, I am
Did you
so,
hear me at all, Miss G?
huh?
Did you hear me at all?
No, I went to get my coffee.
It's okay. I'll tell you real quick what I said though. I said when something sounds too good to be true, it usually isn't. And a promise to get kids quickly and without much money, because the
Mhm.
foster system doesn't cost much money. In fact, there's an adoption incentive, and if you spend, I think, up to $11,000 or more, you can get all of that refunded. So in essence, it costs money up front, but it ends up actually costing nothing.
Oh no, it doesn't cost money yet. When you become a adopted foster family, you do not pay a penny to get
Yeah,
the children. But it's more of a win with the social workers. It's more of a win for them.
yeah,
But I want to read some comments. Yara Vela said, "So I got my parental rights taken away because I was in foster care since I was like around 7, and they came back with my past. Basically, they came after her." Nadine said, defamation of character, maybe. Yes, it was. I'm sorry, baby. It was, but I just couldn't remember. I couldn't get the word out. Yara also continued by saying, continues, but we have to remember that the foster system tells lies so that they can take your children away. Please understand that, you guys, whether you're foster parents, whether you're family members, foster parents and family members needs to understand that nothing that the social worker says, none of the allegations are correct. I'm being honest with you. None of the allegations are correct. There are some mothers who deserve for the children to be removed. And I literally sent a video to Stacy, and I told her to watch the video. And it was a mother, um, that her, was it a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old, Stacy? I can't remember.
yeah.
I
I
think,
don't, left home alone or something like that.
yeah, it was a 3-year-old. So the father was fighting for the custody of the children because the mother does drugs with her boyfriend, and they would not give the father custody. So what happened was the child died from um, eating
Fentanyl.
fentanyl. Yeah, inject, like eating fentanyl. He put the 2 or 3-year-old put the fentanyl in his mouth, and he died. And the father is like, I've been fighting for these kids. Then CPS would not return the children to him. They would not give him the children. They left the children with the abuser, which is the mother and the boyfriend. Now, with a case like this, I understand. I would go yank the children personally from her and hand them to the dad. You know what I mean?
Right, but keep them in the family.
Exactly. But the thing is with CPS, what they do is they literally trash the mother. I mean, trash the innocent party, and they praise the abuser. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. They will always place the children with the abuser. The father and his attorney was saying that the CPS worker was there that day that the child, that they were doing drugs, the boyfriend and the mother, in front of the children, and the social worker was there that day the child died. She was there, and she wrote in the report, is everything is great. Really, everything is great. You have drugs on the table, you have alcohol surrounding it, you have children around those drugs, and these drugs were not even sealed or in a counter or anything. It was literally placed on the table where the children had access to the drugs. That's what I don't understand. So you
Miss
guys, when you
G,
hear me say demonic, they really are demonic. They really,
Miss
really,
G,
really are demonic. Yeah.
I have the CPS records from my case
Mhm.
where my kids disclosed that my ex was choking and strangulating them and stopping breathing, and they put that that's an appropriate caregiver at this time.
I'm sorry, what?
I swear on my life I can show you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
To the abuser.
But then I shouldn't be shocked. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think
it's just what you're saying.
but also people don't understand this. Once you have a child taken away from you and say you lost your parental rights, then you go back and have more children, you're going to lose those kids too. If you have any child afterwards in the hospital, they're going to remove the child from you from the hospital. I kid you not. A lot of people say maybe go to another state, but they already have you labeled. Literally, you put your social security number in, there's a flag that pops up in the hospital system. Am I right, Stacy? You work in the hospital, so you know.
I don't work in pediatrics, or I don't work
Oh,
in the labor and delivery, so I've never experienced anything like that. So
right,
I can't tell you, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, in this day and age of computers and so forth.
right. But you're flagged, basically. So I had another mother that spoke to me earlier today, and I feel very sad for her. She's in Tennessee, and she literally had twins that were removed from the hospital. She had twins. She had an open CPS case 10 years ago. And it wasn't because she was a bad mom or anything like that or neglectful. It's because she asked if she can gain help from the system, from the county for Section 8 housing 10 years ago. She had a child and she couldn't care for that child. She needed like food stamps, cash aid. She lost her job. Her husband left her, all that. Didn't want any part of the child. So anyway, she tried to go. Somebody told her to go to the county to get some help. She went to the county. They took her child, did not give her help. Her child was adopted and she lost her parental rights. She said all this happened less than 7 months. So the adoptive home wanted to adopt right away. So of course the judge and the social worker made sure that the case was moving along really fast, where she lost touch of life. Then after that, 10 years later, she got her. Of course, before like she said, 4 years later, she got her life back together. She got a job. She got her own place. She got remarried and all that. Then she had twins with her new husband, and then they went and took the twins. The husband's mom, the paternal grandmother, couldn't take them. The maternal grandmother of the mother couldn't take them. The dad, they did not want the dad to take them. They told the dad that he failed to protect. But how did he fail to protect? There's no drugs in the system of the child or the mother. There's absolutely nothing except an open CPS case from 10 years ago. And that happened in Tennessee. So, and the other case was, she said, it was in Oregon. So again, they find you somehow. And I wouldn't be surprised is that if they just don't, they probably flag you, like there's like some kind of alert that pops up once you register in the hospital, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean, they know you know. And I want to finish what Yara was saying. So she said, so the foster system wanted to kidnap my first child since he was born, and they took him when he was 11 months old, and now he's 5, and now they took my parental rights in 2022. Are you listening to this, Stacey? And then she said, and now my husband is fighting for our children because they didn't take his parental rights. Wait, they didn't take his parental rights.
They so they took the kids. They TPR'd her, but not him. So now
Did I
he's
read
trying to
that
get the
right?
kids.
Did she lose her She did, right? They took my
She did, but
parental
he
rights
didn't.
away. That's not true, though. I heard from Attorney Davis that if one parent loses their parental rights, the other one loses too. I'm a little confused about that. How can the
But did
father
they
not?
adjudicate it?
I don't know. They didn't take his parental rights to the way because he didn't get involved in the case. That's weird. Yara, what? Jamie, I'm gonna get to your comment in a minute, but I want to read Yara's comment. Comment. I am wondering how can I get a hold of Davis' attorney? Okay, I can help you with that. Um, I am in Salt Lake City, Utah. Yes, Tennessee is very bad depending on the county. I think all of them are bad, sweetheart. Yara said we are 15 years apart, so I got pregnant when I was 15 and gave birth when I was 16. Hmm. Okay.
That's strange, Miss G. Because that means he was 30 when she was 15.
Yeah. What?
14.
What? Wait. Yara, what? I'm confused. Let's talk. I want you to text me your full name, Yara, at 626-631-8901. And I actually really want to hear more about this. Okay.
So they
Um,
tormented. Wait, they.
the state never went after the father. What?
Who is obviously with 30 when he's with a 15-year-old.
So the father was 30 years old and you were 15 years old when you had
And they
what?
went after her, but not him.
See what I mean? The abuser always gets, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yara said, but when she gave, okay, the father name, they went after him. And then Jamie made an important um, statement here. She said they cannot terminate one without the other. Exactly, Jamie. And I know you heard that from Attorney Davis too. They cannot terminate one without the other. Please understand that. They cannot terminate one parent without the other. So whoever conceived the child, both get terminated. Once they
But what
both
if he
get
was living in
terminated,
another state? How would they have jurisdiction over him?
it doesn't matter. All they need is one parent. See, it's weird. In CPS court, they divide you as family, but when they terminate your rights, they make you as one. Okay, it's weird. One, you become one when they terminate your rights, but when they're fighting for their children, you have to fight for them separately. Meaning you have to hire separate attorneys. Father has to hire one, mother has to hire one. Okay, even if you're married, you still have to hire two separate attorneys from two separate law firms, by the way. Not you cannot have the same law firm represent the father and the mother. Okay. But when one rights is terminated, the other one is terminated, including the grandparents on both sides and any siblings and family members, other family members. They're all terminated. Okay, that's why grandparents, you need to hire your own attorney. When your grandkids are in CPS custody, do not believe the hype that the social workers tell you that you will gain custody of the children and you're going to have a home approved and all this is BS. Don't believe that. Jamie also said they have to terminate both. It's hard to terminate one without the other. I know that for a fact. They had my ex work with them and they had him voluntarily terminate and sign over his rights so they can terminate mine. There you go. So they terminated his, so her rights are terminated. They focus on him, the one they can get through. Because I know Jamie, I know her very actually I know her very well. She's actually a really good mom. I had the opportunity to see her daughter and talk to her daughter. Cute little girl. I love her so much. Yara said, but me and my husband are still together and still trying to fight for our children. Wait. Okay, Yara. But from our understanding, me and Stacy, your husband,
At the age of 30.
he's at the age of 30 now, and you were, I mean, at the time, and he's 30 and you're 15. Is that what I'm understanding, Yara? Please help me understand. Yep, they love the abusers. Jamie, yeah. I've been saying that for years, dear. I want, Yara, I really want to hear more about this. If, I mean, but me and my husband are still trying to fight for our children. But, oh, um, okay, so Yara, can you elaborate a little bit? The age between, what's the age gap between you and your husband, Yara? What's the age gap between you and your husband? Oh, so we were right. So he was 30 and you were 15. And now you're married. I didn't know that a 15-year-old can get married. Yes, she said yes. So, huh? I don't know. Guys, is this a prank? Yara, are you for real? Hey, Yasmin, I'm doing the show. I have to call you back, baby. That's Yasmin from the office. Um, okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is this a prank, Yara? She said, I am for real. I'm not joking. But sweetheart, you're 15, he's 30. So you're a minor, literally a minor. And CPS didn't go after him and you're still married? Is that what I'm understanding, Yara? Until you respond to that, I'm gonna read Jamie. Jamie says, thank you so much, Miss G. Miss you, much love and light. And the other person, I am not understanding. That's confusing. I don't understand either. Jamie, I want to know. And then Jamie said, yep, and he was the abuser, but since I put him in jail, the whole case, they couldn't give him the baby, and they all got what they wanted me to not have my baby. He didn't care as long as I didn't get her back. So they had him do what they wanted so that they can terminate my rights. I know your case is so convoluted. Like seriously, they literally give you the witch hunt. Witch hunt. Um, yes, I am for real. I'm not joking. She said, but we love each other. Okay, so I understand, but how did you guys get married if you're a minor? That's what I'm trying to understand. Is there such a thing in the state where you're 15 and you get married to a
Well, she
30 year
probably
old
got married after Miss G, because she's not 15 now.
but she was 15 before,
When she
right?
got pregnant,
When she got
16
pregnant.
when she delivered.
Okay, and then now she's, I see. Got it.
And how old is the baby now?
How old is the baby now,
Or the
Yara?
children?
Or the children, rather? And bringing it to the Supreme Court. That's if they hear my case. Just appealed the TPR. Good girl, Jamie. Good girl. Um, Yara said, I'm trying to find out how. Yes, call me right now. Right now, I'll put you on speaker, and you can say your story. This is Jesus, everyone. Don't get scared. People always look at my picture, my screensaver, and they're like, "Who's that?" That's Jesus. Okay. She said she's 21 now. So call me, Yara. Here's my number. Okay, here's my number. Okay, right here on the screen, 626-631-8901. Call me right now. I'm waiting for your call, baby girl. Still waiting. Did she say she's gonna call or she wants to call? I will, she said. I appealed. Jamie said I appealed the gold chain from reunification to adoption, lost the appeal, and now they terminated my rights, and now that's on the appeal. So now gotta wait till like the fall for that to go heard to be heard, and if that gets denied, oh, it's just sickening. Oh my God, Jamie, I this girl, this this mother, Stacy. I don't know if you know Jamie or not, but she's been railroaded. she's really a good mom. Her daughter loves her so much. You know what I mean? Like I saw the love between her and her daughter, and it just breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. I truly despise CPS. Laura, hi Laura. Laura said President Biden, our nation and its citizens are in imminent danger. Oh my God, bless you, baby. God bless you for saying that. In imminent danger, you now possess extraordinary power. Abolish the electoral college and give all citizens and equal voice. Abolish citizens united. Defend our democracy. Amen. Laura, amen, baby. I love you already and I don't even know you. I am voting for Trump 100%. Trump fan. Jamie said she don't know me, but I know her. Aw, yeah, she knows you. Okay, so that's Yara. Yara, Yara, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the phone next to the speaker, and you tell us what's going on, please.
Hey, so can you guys hear me well?
Can you guys hear her well? Can somebody say yes or no?
I can hear her.
Okay, go ahead, Laura.
Okay, so my name is Yara,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my parental rights when I was in 2022. It was March of no, it was March 10th, 2022.
Okay.
I lost my parental rights, and my son was 11 months old.
11 months old. Okay.
Yes.
So
And
she's 17 now?
so your son is now 17?
No, she's
Months?
17.
Oh, you're 17 now?
And her husband is 15 years older.
No, I am 21
So he's
and my husband is 36. No,
oh,
my bad. I got this all confused. My bad. I'm sorry. I lost my parental rights when I was. No, I lost my. Sorry, I have to start from the first. I lost my son when I was
17.
in 2022. It was March 19th. No, 18th. My bad. March 18th.
18.
20, when like the COVID started,
Okay. And
March 18th. That's when I lost him. He was 11 months old.
why did they take your son from you?
So I had like an appointment, a dental appointment, and he was underweight.
And why was he underweight? Did he not eat, or he just, it's hereditary? Because a lot of kids, they have families who are skinny but they're healthy.
It was hereditary. Like my family was like skinny.
Mm-hmm. You have an accent. What are you from exactly? Originally,
I'm from Mexico.
you're from Mexico.
I'm from Mexico.
Okay, and your husband is also from Mexico.
Yes.
Hmm.
And they took my son when he was 11 months old, and oh my, it was a nightmare when I was in foster care with them, because the state supposedly told me that they were gonna help me how to be a parent, and it was all torment. It was bad.
So what did they torment you with exactly? What did they do to you when they said they're gonna help you?
The first foster care I was in, they charged me with a misdemeanor. because I feel because the little girl that was in the first foster system, she got adopted, and she was like she has a trauma. She had trauma, you know. You know how little kids are.
Yes.
And she pressed charges on me that I did something to her, that she was trying to protect herself when I was trying to get into her parents' room, her adopted parents' room, but I never did that. And that's what they charged me with, and now I can't work with like child care because they have to charge your fingerprints and stuff like that, and it shows up in my background with
Right.
the child abuse.
But see, you mentioned something right now that I need to address to everyone right now. They told her they're going to help her teach her how to be a parent because she was young. But what they did is they set her up. Social workers will set you up using the foster home. I'm not joking. This is real talk. Okay. They will accuse you of something you didn't do. So their foster family can adopt the child, the baby, that is. So basically, what social workers do with the foster family, because they want to adopt, they say, okay, well, the only way to get her off your back is if we need to press charges on her. And then the foster family is like, okay, well, what should we do? Well, you can say she came to your house and unannounced and she striked you, something like that, right? So basically, the mom that's on the call right now, she can easily say, here is a video of me at my sister's house, for example, and I wasn't even there at that time, and they still going to convict her because they now need her out of the way. They need her out of the way. So they will accuse you. They will literally press charges against you that wasn't even proven. It's hearsay, right? But the social worker tells the court that's what happened, and the court automatically believes them without any investigation whatsoever, without any proof whatsoever. Um, and now you have the victim of her, like she cannot work because of her record. So she needs to expunge her record. She needs to get an expungement so she can clear her record. That's another attorney right there. That's another whole new retainer. And then she needs another attorney, right, to help her with, you know, getting justice from all this. But the problem is, and I hear a baby in the background, and Yara, I don't know if you have kids right now. If you have new kids.
Yes, I do. I have two. I have a 1-year-old, and the state tried to come after my 1-year-old, and they never did because they thought that he was all fine. But the state never came after my second board because now I have three. Because they first took my first child, and they came after my second child, and they saw that he was well. But my third child, they never said anything about him.
So when you had the first child with your husband, well, back then your boyfriend, who was older than you, the state never went after him for sleeping with a minor?
No, because I tried. I covered him and stuff like that, but after 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 they said that we were gonna have the final court, they had all his information. You know, they had all his information, and you know how to say is, oh, the foster, the father's child is gonna go to jail, and they had all his information, and they never did anything to him.
So your 11-month-old was adopted?
No, he was not adopted. No,
So where did he go?
he went into the foster system, because the state told me that I was going to be in the foster system if I wanted to be in the foster system with my child. And I said yes, but it was a nightmare when I went into the foster system with him.
What happened to you when you went into the foster system when you were 16 with the child?
The first foster system, actually, it was a nightmare because you could go to the kitchen at a certain hour, and at a certain hour you couldn't go to the kitchen because the people were old and they adopted two. They adopted two. They wanted to adopt three children, but the third little child didn't get adopted because she went to her father, and they told me that they were still getting like money for them, so because they adopted the two older children, but they never adopted the little baby that was their sibling, because he went back to his care because he raped the oldest child.
Wow.
He got custody back of his little, his biological child, because the three children were by separate dads. The first child was from separate dads. The second, the third. You know how the system works.
Stacey, are you hearing all this? Are you hearing all this, Stacey? Do you have any questions? Stacey?
You know what I have a problem with, Miss G?
At the age gap. I understand that.
It's
We
not the age
understand
gap.
that.
Yara,
Yara, Stacey wants to
you
say
understand
something.
when you were 15 getting impregnated by a 30-year-old, this is a problem.
Huh?
Go ahead, repeat it, Stacey.
You understand when you were 15 getting impregnated by a 30-year-old, this is a problem.
Oh yes. But when we were getting, when I was the last final court, they told me that I was gonna get from my parental rights back. The last final court, they told me to show all the information, and that's where I showed the true biological father, and they didn't do anything. I gave them his name and stuff like that, but they never came after him.
Whether they came after him or not, Yara, he was 30 when he impregnated you when you were 15. This is a problem. And then you're having more children with him and keeping them around him. To me, this is a huge problem. Do you understand in the United States what they consider this?
Oh yes, they came after they came after my second born, but they thought that everything was clean. But when
it's not clean. It doesn't change anything.
But when
and your children are at risk. Your children are at risk in your home with him.
But when I had my first child, I was in Park City, Utah, and that's where they saw the crime, But now I live in Salt Lake City because Park City It's a small town, and they don't see cases like that. But when I came up to Salt Lake City, the the first the first case workers that saw my second born, they're like, oh, I think cases are more worse than that. He's all fine. I'll close the case.
What? I believe her though.
Yep.
I believe what she's saying.
I get it, Miss G. I get it.
Yeah, but
it's a
if you're
problem.
saying in the United States is a problem, but the United States is the problem.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
If the United States is not protecting their citizens, right? And they're
But
going,
moms have to
they're
protect their
protecting.
kids too, Miss G.
I understand that, but how can she protect her kids when the system is screwed up, Stacy? You
She's
tell
trying to
me.
get them back and bring more kids with him, Miss G.
Because Park City is a small town, and Salt Lake is a city. It's all filled with all cities, if you understand. Park City is a little city.
It doesn't matter what size the city is, honey. It matters what you're doing as a mom.
Okay, what do you do? Are you working, Stacy? Oh my God.
Yara.
Yara, are you working, honey?
No.
So
No.
who's supporting you and
My
the children?
My husband.
What does he do for a living?
He does construction. He does construction and owns his own business. He barely bought it like a couple months ago.
Okay, so basically he's supporting. Is he abusive to you at all or the children?
No, he's not. No.
Okay, all right. Does your family know that you married him and they know that the age gap between you guys and how?
Yes, and there's something I have to tell you guys that the state should because the state came to the hospital. The state came to the hospital when my first son was born, and they showed pictures to my family and said, "Who's the father?" And they were tracking after me when I was pregnant with my first child, and they even came to the family. They even came to the hospital when my first child was born, and they told all my family, "Who's the father?"
Okay, so your husband is like 9 years older than you, correct?
15.
Oh,
15, Miss G. 15.
15.
15. 15.
And your family were okay with you and him having a baby together?
Yes, they were okay when I found out that I was pregnant.
Is there any pedophilia in your family?
No, there's not. No.
No one being sexually abused?
No.
Is it in your country where you're from? I've heard this in other cultures and countries where the children, girls can get married young, age 15. The men can be 9 and 15 years older than them. Is that something normal in your,
In Mexico?
I don't know if she's from Mexico, but
she said Mexico.
Yeah, is that normal in Mexico? Because I remember my friend is from Mexico, and her husband is 10 years older than her. And
It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal there. Got it.
But we have to understand that we're in America,
and right. So American, but America also screws with families. Okay, so let's not say America because America is disgusting to me at this very moment. Okay, if I have a time clock and I can go back, I would tell my dad never to bring us here, knowing what's going to happen in the future. Yeah. So America is not something to be proud of.
America, you know what America says about that says in the Bible?
Yeah, but let's not get into the Bible. Let's not get into the Bible right now, baby. Right now, I just want to make sure that this is a cultural thing in your family, and and the kids are okay and safe. But so basically, the only form of income you have is a dad. correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And they took my parental rights when he was uh in um it was March.
But where did I still don't know where the child is. Where's the child?
He's in he's in foster care, but he hasn't been adopted.
But if you lose your parental rights, the child is going to be adopted.
No, but they knew about the dad after the last court date. They could get a hold of him and stuff like that. They could put him in jail, you know. I gave him everything, but they never did anything.
Okay, yeah, this is really weird, Yara. Is there any way you can text me your full name, and I wanna call you later. Is that okay?
I guess I could.
Me
I
and
could text
Stacy will
you.
call you later, and we're gonna get some more information from you, and we can see what we can do to help you out and see if what's going on with the other child. Okay, but
Oh,
the
my
on
my first child was taken away when he was 11 months old, and they took my parental rights when he was when it was the last time I saw him was March 10th, 2022.
so basically, last visit you had was March 10th, 2022. So,
Yes.
but you don't know if the child was adopted or not. So that's really where we at.
Yep. That's where I don't know where we stand at if he was adopted because they never told me anything about that. Because I'm trying to because I've been seeing lately the Davis
Show.
case
Mhm.
course and stuff like that. And I'm wondering how can I get a hold of him, like to tell our side of the story, and how can we get like our parental how my husband can get his parental rights of
Okay.
our son.
Okay. Exactly. That's why I want to talk to you in depth. So, can you go
Yeah.
ahead and text me right now your full name so I can save you to my phone? Otherwise, I'm not going to remember this number. Um, you know how to send a text message, right? Using the
Yes.
same number.
Yes.
Okay, good. Go ahead and do that, and then I'll wait to see it. And I'm going to save you, and you save me. You can save me as Miss G from the law office of Vincent Davis. Okay.
Okay, I will.
And I just want to tell you that I am so sorry you went through this, and I do understand that the age gap between you and your husband, and I do understand that there's again my close friend. She is from Mexico. She lived on a farm, and she was
Mm-hmm.
15 when she got married to her husband, and they're still married until today. Now she's 59. So,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a little older than me, but still we're like a couple of years apart. But she's good people, and her husband are good people, really good people. So again, it's
Yeah.
something that was consented, and the family knew about it, and they consummated the marriage, and they got married in church. And after the marriage, they consummated the marriage, and it was done properly. But when I asked her, I said the age gap is too high in number. She said that's normal thing in Mexico. Okay, that's why I wanted to
Yeah.
understand a little bit more of what your culture is like. Um,
Yeah.
I just, I understand. So yes, go ahead and text me your information, and I'll, maybe next this week, maybe on Thursday or Friday, maybe you can come on the show. How's that?
Okay, I will.
Sounds good. Okay, we can talk about that later. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Okay.
Oh, thank you because I've been trying to find a lawyer that can help our case so we can get our 5-year-old back since he was taken away since he was 11 months old.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna call you later on, okay?
Okay.
All right, don't forget to text me. All right,
I will.
all right, bye, bye, Jayla. Bye bye. Bye bye, Yara. I mean, bye bye. I keep calling her Jayla. That's sad. Um, Stacey, I understand your point of view, and I understand most of you guys out there in America, Americans' point of view. But it is true because my close friend is from Mexico, and she told me that the age gap in America, you guys don't see it that way, but again, the social workers allows in America foster kids who are 15 and 14 to be sex trafficked and to be having sex with older guys. There's kids who are teenagers in the system. The social workers telling the foster homes it's okay, they can have a 29-year-old boy, no problem, give them condom, da 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 da. That's exactly what foster parents go through. If you don't believe me, ask any foster parent that has teenagers. I know two personally, and they tell me the same thing, that the social workers told them it's okay if the boyfriend is 29 and the child is 12. Okay. That came from from CPS, DCFS in San Bernardino County. This also came from DCFS in Victorville, California. This also came from a DCFS office in Los Angeles, California, and another one from St. Louis. Okay, so they say the same thing to the foster parents. Okay, so do you have any input about what I just said, Stacy? Go ahead.
I still don't. There's so many other people that need help, Miss G. This is a sticky situation. It's almost a no-win situation to me.
You're
I have
judging her.
14.
You're
I have
judging. You're
14.
judging. You're judge. I understand what we have, but you're
I have
judging her
14-year-old daughters
culture,
right now.
right? But they're still married. You're judging her culture with the American mindset. But in
I'm
America,
not.
they're also destroying
I'm not.
teenagers. Okay, let's. We have to respect cultures when it comes to stuff like this. We
I
see it
don't.
as a big deal, but in their culture, it's not a big deal. Okay,
I don't,
I'm
Miss
just
G.
saying. I'm just saying. There's a lot of people who still follow that, and that doesn't mean he's abusive. It doesn't mean he's a terrible father. It doesn't mean anything like that. My friend is not abused by her husband. She was never abused by him. Okay, they actually still married until today. Their marriage lasted then longer than Hollywood marriages in America. Okay, so what I'm saying is you have to also consider the culture. That's just we when it comes to
You
opinion.
can you can you can hold close what you want to. I always agree with you, but this one,
You don't have to agree with me, sweetheart, but that doesn't mean we're enemies either. I mean, what I'm saying
no.
is we can agree to disagree. That's fine.
No, but I'm just saying, I've got my time and you've got your time, and I'm probably not putting my time into this one.
I understand that, but you also have to understand I'm Middle Eastern. I'm not Muslim. I am Coptic Orthodox Egyptian. However, in the Muslim cultures, right, when the daughters get married, some of them are 15, some of them are 16, some of them are 17. So basically under 18, right? So they get engaged at age whatever. They get engaged at age 15 and then they get married at 16 or 17. That is normal in the Middle East. That's everywhere in the Middle East. It doesn't matter. That's a Muslim culture thing. It's normal for them. So again,
I also know it's a problem in some countries too, this what we're talking about. And I know that, children are put into arranged marriages, and other countries will marry off an 8-year-old even, Miss G. And it's really not okay.
no, there is no eight. I've never heard an 8-year old get married. I've heard them
Yes.
raping an 8-year old, but I've never heard them marrying an
Other
8-year old.
countries, they do that. They'll arrange marriages for kids. And then they do get badly abused too. So just because other countries do it doesn't mean it's right.
Okay, so Nadine said she can always have a heart change when we make mistakes. If we don't understand that people make mistakes, how are we pushing pro family values? Jesus says to forgive, and I think it's better that she has her children. I do too. She has her children. The children are not in danger, right? So sometimes we think we know we know what we're doing, and we let's not hurt people like that, because I do believe that she's, you know,
I'm not hurting anybody.
yeah. But what I'm saying, Stacy, what I'm saying, culture thing. It's a cultural thing. Okay. She's
It's
not
not
in
to me, Miss G.
danger. Okay. Well,
I have
fine.
14-year-old daughters. They are way immature, Miss G.
Honey, I understand that. But what I'm saying to you, because of her culture and her upbringing, that's normal to them. We cannot judge them, though. We cannot judge them just because they're in America. We cannot judge them. Now, if he raped her, abused her, and abused the children, believe you and me, I would be
Miss
giving her
G,
help.
I was married to somebody who did things behind closed doors. And you don't know, do you?
I understand that. But in her situation, she became a mother and a wife. In the other situations that happens in America, they are either getting raped or sexually abused. There's a
In
difference.
Mexico, so United States is the number one hub of child sex trafficking in the world. Mexico is in there in the top 3 too.
Yes, I understand that. But she's Mexican, he's Mexican, right? Mexicans are a lot of these foreigners are coming here illegally with the borders open, raping. These are criminals. We're talking about criminals, sex offenders, people that have been in prison, people who kills people for a living. All of these people came in. Yes, they're attacking the American population and anyone living in America. I get that. I get that part. But her situation, she became a wife and a mother, and she's still married, and he's supporting them. If he was evil, he would neglect them, beat them, harm them, and push
I'm
them
sorry,
away.
but I have 14-year-old daughters at home, and I can assure you, if a 30-year-old man was eyeing them, I would say that that's disgusting because they are that immature.
Because exactly. But see, your culture is different than her culture,
It has
different than
nothing to
my
do with
culture.
culture, Miss
Yes,
G.
it is. Listen to me. Listen to me. When I was young, I learned how to cook when I was 10 years old. I learned how to be, I wasn't naive. I wasn't stupid. I wasn't like gullible to every man looking at me or anything like that. My dad was protective, so was my mom. My dad honored, being a virgin before marriage, all of that. Everything was, I was raised different than Americans. So my age, 14, is different than my children, different than your children. I was more mature for my age, very mature. Okay. So what I'm saying is it depends on how you were brought up. So usually when you're a foreigner, you're taught a certain way and how to raise a young lady in that home. Okay. So here in America, we don't force our children to cook from age 10. My mom didn't force me. I just wanted to be able to help my mother at the time. But she helped me and she taught me. So I was able to make dinner. By age 15, I was able to cook dinner for the whole family. So what I'm trying to tell you, here in America, no way. Doesn't work that way. Because kids are on their phone, they're doing this, they're doing that, completely different lifestyle. Completely different lifestyle. And we shouldn't judge her upbringing. We shouldn't do that. Stacy, that's wrong. That's very wrong. She's married with kids. Okay? Not raped. She's not raped. She's not in danger.
It is rape, Miss G.
Americans call it rape. Americans call it rape. Again, it's her upbringing, the way she was brought up in her culture. Just because she's in America doesn't mean she forgot her culture. And I didn't even ask her where she met him. So where did they meet? Yeah, you can't think like that. But again, okay, fine. I understand taking advantage, but they're married. He didn't do anything harmful to her. They're married and they have more kids. So taking advantage, yes, if a 15-year-old here in America, raised in America, born in America, and she's naive to life, yes, I see that as taking advantage. But that's her culture. I wouldn't be surprised if her mom, between the age gap between her mom and dad is 11 years. So again, it's culture. The age gap between my father and my mother is 8 years, and they got married in
But he
Egypt.
didn't meet your mom when she was 14 or 15.
That is true. I get that. He met my mother when she was 19. I get that. I get it. But again, it's the culture. It's the culture, how their culture is. My friend was 15 when she met her husband, and then they got married when she was 16 or 17 in Mexico. She's the youngest grandmother I know. Like, she has kids and they're both grandparents, but they're still married. They still love each other. They still happy together. But again, it's a culture. I've been around different cultures and I understand how they think. Like, again, in America, yes, I see that as, yes, you're literally raping a young child. I see that. But in my culture and other culture, like Muslims and Mexicans, and I don't know about other countries, but they have that. They have that lifestyle, and it's okay with them. But a man that rapes a young lady would not marry her and have kids. Okay, I don't
That's what
see that.
happened to Tiffany, and he was very abusive to her. He was 44 when he captured her, and she was 16. Very abusive. And he married her.
Okay, Ina, is your ex-husband married you when you were what, 16? You said your ex-husband worked at my school, my my high school. He was so controlling and abusive. So basically, did he? You gave birth when you were 15. You mentioned.
And he worked at her high school.
Yeah. And okay, so how old? Okay, so he's your ex-husband. So how old were you when you married him? But not every man can be labeled the same, and not every woman can be labeled the same, Stacy. I was 20. So she was 20 when she married him. Okay? So we can't assume everybody's abusive. Again, different cultures, different upbringing. I'm not understanding why you don't see that.
I won't.
Again, it's okay to agree to disagree. It's fine.
It
Doesn't
is.
doesn't mean I
Yeah.
have no
I
love for
love you,
you. I
Miss
do.
G.
I love you
I love.
too.
Yeah.
She said, "True, that's sharing my story." She agrees with me too. Ina agrees with me too, and I appreciate that, because we have to. Yeah, we can't just assume everybody's horrible like this. And again, my friend is a perfect example. My parents are a perfect example. Yes, granted, my mom was like 19 when she got married to my father. I get that, but again, you know, I know a couple of friends who are Muslims that I went to school with. They got married in America, and their parents had to sign a consent in court, Santa Monica court, in fact, and they got married when they were 16.
But they both were 16. That's not a 30-year-old with a 15-year-old.
Yes, but they met their fiance at the time when they were 14. I was in junior high when I met
It's okay.
their husbands.
Kids
But what I'm
date. I get that.
Yeah, but their parents had to sign a consent in court because they're minors, meaning they're under the age of
But they're
18.
the same age.
But baby girl, what I'm trying to tell you is have an open mind to culture differences. Okay,
I do,
culture.
honey. I've traveled the world. I've lived in Kazakhstan for 4 months.
Okay, well, I was raised in the world. Okay, I was literally raised in Egypt. That's literally Middle East and um, Middle East. Period. They basically, if you're above 19, you're an old maid. That's how sad it is. That was my time back in the 60s, 70s, 50s, all that. You're an old maid. So when my mom got married at age 19, that was like barely before she reached her old maid age. Okay. Back in the day, they would not, like Muslims, like example, Muslims back in the day would not marry a girl if she passed age 20. It's crazy, right? But that was back in the days. Mary Beth said, I've worked with many situations regarding different cultures. This is their culture. As far as we are told, no harm done to her. Yes, seems like a huge thing, but not to her family. Exactly. Because again, it's a culture, it's a cultural thing. And Stacy is not happy with that because she has teenagers, and I get it. I get that part, believe me. But your girls are innocent, they're young, but she wasn't raised that way. She was raised to be a young lady, you know. Um, Ina said, I wouldn't do it again. Birth was horrible. Yes, of course, birth was horrible. You were young, honey. You were 15. I don't know. Birth was horrible when I was 21. Okay. Birth was horrible when I was in my 30s. All of that, birth is not easy for anyone, but let alone a 15-year-old. Okay. Yeah, I get it. But, again, it's all about cultures. It's a normal thing in Islam, very normal thing. Like I said, my friends got married at age 16, and it was both arranged marriages. Okay. But they consented to it. They wanted to get married. They were ready, but they were very mature than other girls at my school. What I'm saying, they were very mature. So they yes, the age was young, but they held themselves together, meaning they acted like they were in their 20s. That's how mature they were. So it depends on how you were brought up again. Don't look so gloomy, Stacy. Jesus. Don't look so gloomy. Different
Miss
cultures,
G.
baby.
Yeah,
Baby,
but
Miss G, my buns, it's different cultures. Different cultures. I literally can, and look, if she was getting abused, I would sense it.
Miss
Believe me.
G, look, I love you. My
I
love for
love
you
you
is not
too.
dependent on your opinion on this matter, and you don't need affirmation to seek affirmation from me for yourself. I just don't agree.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So instead of you sketching, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit of what you're
It
feeling right?
makes me doodle, Miss G.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Woman, you're killing me right now.
I'm the worst doodler.
Oh, Stacy. Stacy, that's dark. That's
My
dark doodling.
doodling?
Yeah, it's dark. That was dark. Like, that's some dark shit right there. What is going on? Talk to me. Talk to us. Talk to us. We're all adults here. Let's talk together. Let's
No,
talk.
doodling is soothing for anxiety, Miss G.
Right. You were going through anxiety when I was talking about it. Got it. I understand. But I want you to give us your true sense of why do you think he's abusive? Or he might be. We can't accuse anyone. But why do you think he might be abusive? If it's a cultural thing.
I just don't think that culture can be used as a crutch to excuse away so many different things. Is it culture to um shoot your mate and kill them after you mate? Like, if that's cultural, should we just accept that?
But there is no cultural thing. Death is not a cultural thing.
I'm asking you if
But that's
it
no,
is cultural for a
that's
woman to
completely
kill her
different.
mate after she mates with him. If that's cultural somewhere, should we just accept it?
But it's not cultural anywhere.
I'm asking you a hypothetical question.
Yes, well, I
Culture
would
doesn't
like.
excuse away everything.
Yeah, but death, killing somebody, taking somebody's life, that's completely off topic here. You cannot even
Well,
use
to me,
that as
so
an
is taking
example.
advantage of a 15-year-old when you're 30.
Oh my God. With animals, yeah, like Jamie said. Jamie, I agree. With animals, yeah, they kill their mate. But we're not talking about us. We're talking about a cultural thing. Do you understand that a woman who's 15 years old that was raised in Egypt acts a lot mature than a woman in America? I mean, than a 15-year-old in America. You know that? They look mature and act more mature. It's a cultural thing.
I'm still not buying it, Miss G.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, what do they have to talk about?
Yes, Jamie,
30
certain
and
animals
15.
kill their mate. Yes, I'm glad I'm not an animal. God made me human. I'm glad. But honestly, certain cultures, again, I'm trying to help you understand it. And
I get what your point is, Miss G. I've traveled the world. I lived in a whole
you
other country a long
didn't
time.
live. No, 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 no. It's different when your background is not. Your background is American. You're American. I'm not American. I became an American citizen, but originally I am Egyptian, and I always gonna be Egyptian. You got it? So I know my culture in and out. I understand everything we go through. See here, Nadine said, okay, definition states age of consent is a legal term for the age a person must reach to give consent to sex. If an adult engages in any type of sexual
Okay, so
activity
a
with
Romeo and
someone,
Juliet with a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, I get. But a 30-year-old with a 15-year-old, no, we're not selling it to me.
okay, like Jamie said, agree to disagree, still love ya, argue like husband and wife.
Yes, because I still love Miss G. I'm not mad at her.
Jamie, you always make me laugh when I want to strangle Stacy right now. But no, no, but no, but all due serious, joking aside, I understand your point of view. I get it. I get it. I get it. So, anyways, move on to the next topic. You mentioned good news to me earlier. Actually, you sent me email, and I just read it yesterday. I think you sent me the
Mm-hmm.
email 2 days ago. I can't remember, but it was. I think you sent me the email a week ago, maybe, and I just saw it today. Do you want to share that
Something
with
like
us?
that.
Do you want
Yeah.
to share that with everyone, or do you want to keep it kind of away for now?
No, the more people that watch, the better.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so May 23rd, I filed a RICO lawsuit pro se um, against New York State courts and CPS for sex trafficking children under the guise of justice and protection.
Right.
And the thing about my case that I think is compelling right now, and kind of, there's also kind of the sensational aspect of it that Trump was convicted on 34 counts of felony malfeasance with official business records. And in my divorce custody action, my ex husband is an attorney, and he was an attorney for CPS at one point. And so when my kids disclosed horrific abuse, they all conspired to conceal his abuse. And in doing so, they obstructed 34 filed documents from the official court record, which is very similar, but actually worse than what the allegations against Trump are, because Trump paid hush money, which legally would be considered a non-disclosure agreement, which is pretty standard in legal settlements throughout the United States. But this was obstructing official government records from a court record in a manner to sex traffic children to their abuser.
Mm-hmm.
So I fully recognize that going to court in a RICO lawsuit, which is already difficult as it is, asking a judge to hold several other judges accountable is unlikely without public exposure. So tomorrow I am being interviewed on Wake Up Patriots between 8 and 10 a.m. with Karen Turk, who is a Miss Florida of 2016. And
She's still
you can
beautiful.
watch
Yeah.
you can watch for the interview tomorrow on Wake Up America, Wake Up Patriots between 8 and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in Miss G's time, that's between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. Wait, 5 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Wait,
Yeah.
what time Eastern? What time Eastern?
Well, it would be 3 hours less than 8, so that's 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 3 hours less than that is 7. So between 5 and 7 a.m. your time.
That's fine.
But my time, that would be 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So we'll be talking about, I'm assuming, the parallel and the hypocrisy of the New York State courts that convicted Trump of 34 felonies, also being guilty of obstructing 34 government records from my official court record. And it gets more interesting because of Paris Hilton's public testimony saying the same thing that I'm saying. And then more interesting because of the arguments of what immunity applies and what were the actions, were they considered within the office or outside of the office. In my case, I would consider it outside the office because I don't think our government wants judges to be considered their duty to sex traffic children and case fix. But hush money to me is a non-disclosure agreement.
I can't wait to see you on the show. If you can send us a link, it would be great. So everybody can have a link. Can you get us a link right now?
Yeah, I can. Hold on one second.
My girl's moving right on out. I'm so happy for you, Stacy.
Thank you, Miss G. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
While I'm looking? Okay, let's see. Who did I send it to?
Amy, she's getting the link, honey.
I thought I just sent it to somebody, but then I'm not seeing it. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Jamie's like, she's your biggest support right now. Jamie is awesome. She just supports what is right. I love her. I love you so much, Jamie. I do love you so much.
Where do you want me to send it? Your cell phone or to Grace, Miss G?
Oh, send it in the private chat.
Okay.
And then I'll copy and I'll paste it myself.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
There.
I got it, girl. I got it. I'm so proud of you, Stacy.
So yeah, folks, like Jamie too, if you guys can listen and comment, Miss G, you can
I'll be
you
like,
can comment too.
It's me, Miss G. Like, girl, it's me. Uh-oh, it says error message. An error occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. Damn.
Let me check and see. Hold on.
Hold on. No, this is the link, right? But it's just in one of the things that I tried.
Let me try again. I'm going to text it to you.
Dude, just chill. Hold on. I'm going to click on the link. Oh, crap. I'm proud. I'm happy. Change is coming. Good. Yep, I'm happy too. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that was it. It's on Rumble. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me copy and paste this, guys. Hold on a second. I think she gave me the wrong link. Jingy. Oh, crap. Okay, let me see if I got it. Hold on. We might have a special guest on Thursday. She's a very good friend of mine as well. Sarah.
Hold on one second.
Oh. Oh, look at the picture. So cute. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm still waiting for that damn email I sent myself with the link. I can't open it. Hold on. It's not coming to me. Let me go to the private chat again. Let me open it myself. Here it is. Okay, I got it. Uh-oh, she's gone. Just me and Grace now. Okay, I want to read this before I share the link. Oh, here's this. Let me just paste. Maybe this is a better link. I think this is a better link. Okay, guys, here's the link for Stacy show tomorrow. Here goes. And then Jamie said, huh? Uh, okay, so Jamie said, and nobody knows until it's too late. So I want to spread the news and spread awareness, not fear, but educate and do your research and anything to support this cause. But we all need to come together and do something because this kills. She said, because this kills. Uh, now I lost my hair. Because this kills me so much. I know what I've been through and experienced, and I wouldn't want anyone to go through what my children and myself and millions others that go through. We need to make changes. Absolutely. We all need to come together and make changes. Jamie also said, laughing out loud, not just you and Grace. Ha ha ha. Love you, Miss G. Love you too. And then she said, you said it's only you and Grace. I love you, Jamie, so much. Um, Jamie, I need you to find me my new Facebook page because the other one was hacked. So I have a new one. So search my name and you'll find me. Um, I think it's under my name. Hold on. Let me see. Let me give it to you now. I'm wearing a green hat, of course, and glasses. That's and here is my Facebook page. It's under Miss G 2731. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Here it is. So that's my Facebook page, everyone. If you guys need to send me a chat or anything, just go ahead and use that. And Jamie, I missed your video, so send me invite. And I miss your daughter too, Jamie. Okay, so you guys now have Stacy and you have my connection. And don't forget to watch Stacy's show tomorrow, guys. Stacy's show tomorrow. And that's it. Okay, so on, oh, Jamie said, but if that happens, they know they're gonna lose. That's why they separate us and tell us where we all belong. Segregated us to us, us, etc. And everyone's blind. They need to wake up and see what really is going on opposed to the government uh, distracting people. That is correct. I so agree with you. Gonna send you an invite. Send you an invite, Michi. Awesome. Okay, so Jamie is right, you guys. The government literally. I mean, I can't emphasize enough to you. America's not the America that I know from the 1970s. Remember, I came here in the 70s with my family, and we became American citizens. We were sworn in to be American citizens. That was the best days of our lives. We celebrated. We were happy. But then along the line, as I grow, there is absolutely family values have been killed. Like literally, no family values. There's no love. There's no togetherness. There's absolutely no love for God. Even God is not even. I don't understand in America. This America, I don't understand. I literally don't understand this country right now because we're like in a twilight zone. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. It's like a bad nightmare. They're stealing children from family. They're separating the family. They're making money off the children. Of course, thanks to Bill Clinton and the Clinton family. His wife, finished what her husband left behind when he was forced out of the office. Because him and Monica sleeping together and stuff like that. Anyways, I just can't understand that. They're literally implementing they're giving them more funding, more money. A social worker makes $197,000 a year. Are you kidding me right now? 197,000. If you guys don't believe me, go to watch Nancy Schaefer. She was a senator for Georgia. Please watch her. Her name is Senator Nancy Schaefer. She was murdered for this, for exposing the Clintons and exposing the Department of Children and Family Services all over the United States. Now, we're not talking about the children that needs to be helped, the children that needs to be removed. But the thing is, they don't remove the children who are being abused. They focus on the children who are not being abused because they're easily adopted. This is real talk. This is the real talk show. And I actually, all my shows are real talk because the truth is what sets you free. I think America right now is so disgusting to me. This administration right now we're dealing with is so pathetic. So pathetic. So you guys need to wake up. You need to make God first. I'm telling you, make God first. Make your family priority. But God first. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys. God bless you. And I'm praying for each and every one of you. And I pray that you're going to be reunited with your family. But again, please, 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 please work on your relationship with God. Ask Him to come in your heart and help you find Him, help you know Him, please. And I'm telling you, when God is with you, no one else can be against you. Remember that. But God doesn't want to force you. God wants you to come to Him willingly. You can't, He's not going to force you. That was in the Old Testament. But when Jesus came, God gave us the freedom to choose what we want. We choose our path. We choose it. He can't make us choose it. But when you ask Him to help you find Him, you will hear Him telling you. God bless you. Thank you, Nadine. God bless you. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, I already put my number earlier. You can always text me your full name, and I'll be happy to reply back to you if I'm not off work. Here is the number again, 626-631-8901. I'll see you guys on Thursday.